shares of Nikola surging today. The company inking a deal with waste management giant Republic Services to provide 2,500 electric garbage trucks. Joining us now is Nikola's Executive Chairman and founder, Trevor Milton. Trevor, welcome back to the show. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You tweeted earlier today that this is a contract that is worth $1 to $2 billion and is non-binding. What exactly does that mean, and how do you come up with the $1 to $2 billion figure?
It is binding, actually. It's a fully it's a fully executed contract. It's worth between about $1 and $2 billion. They have the right, or they're obligated to buy up to 2,500 of these electric trash trucks, and they have the option to go up to 5,000. So it really depends on how many they end up picking up. But ultimately, the agreement is for at least a minimum of 2,500 trucks, which is a biggest order in history for EV.
So it's a minimum of 2,500 trucks, and the value of the contract is $1 to $2 billion. How much is Republic actually paying for these trucks?
It really depends. I mean, our goal is under $500,000 a piece. That important thing to know is in the trash industry is you have a chassis, you have a powertrain, you have the big compactor. That's for all three combined, which is what Nikola is doing for the first time in the refuse industry. Is we're providing a completed vehicle to Republic, where they don't have to go to three different people for three different things. So it's everything all into one.
So in terms of what they're paying, that we don't really know that figure yet.
It'll be under $500,000. We don't have the exact number yet. It depends on options. We're working together to finalize the options on that truck. I would imagine in the next 6 months or so we should have the final number on that, but it's going to be within a few percent. That's why I said below $500,000, because that's what the electric trash trucks on the market are going for right now. And this is the first time they've ever been mass produced. One interesting thing to know about this, though, is this uses our Nikola-Tre platform from Europe. So we developed a fully electric Class 8 truck that's called the Nikola-Tre. That same exact platform is going on this trash truck. So the good news is it doesn't require any new development. It's just an awesome new contract for the Nikola.
The way that Republic is billing this is as a partnership, Trevor. And so I'm wondering what role Republic will play in this, and why is it considered a contract, a partnership instead of just an outright purchase of vehicles?
Yeah, it's a good question. The main reason why is because in the refuse industry right now, or the waste industry, they call it, you currently have a chassis, you have a body, the compactor, and then you have the powertrain. They come from three different people right now, separately around the country. And it's a huge problem because everyone points fingers at each other for all the problems. And this is the first time it's all come in from one, where we're going to provide all of it straight from Nikola. The partnership is they're going to help us integrate the correct body into the chassis with the powertrain, make sure the cab is perfect for the drivers, all the controls are perfect. It's really about, for the first time, delivering a truck completely done that's not just cobbled together from all these different suppliers, which is what everyone does right now.
You're expected to begin full production and deliveries in 2023. Do you have enough cash on your balance sheet for that kind of production ramp?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We've got over $900 million cash in our account right now. That we have $200 million a year being spent on our factory here in Coolidge, Arizona, and the rest is going towards the vehicle platforms. So we do have enough cash, but we're, as we said in our filings, we are going to go out to the market one day for additional revenue. But additional funding. But that's ultimately once we've achieved certain benchmarks where the market's very, very solid and willing to back us in that regard. But we're doing pretty good right now.
Okay, $900 million on the balance sheet. Trevor, I wanted to ask you about the most recent quarterly results. There's an article in the FT that the next day pointing out that within the filing, and this was, of course, in the filing made with the SEC, your 10Q, that $36,000 of your revenue in total was directly from the installation of solar, the services provided, and it was installations for you as executive chairman. And I'm wondering, well, it must be a nice installation that you have at your home, for one.
Yeah, I'll explain.
and when is this? I didn't even realize that this energy business was anything a contributor at all to your company. Do you foresee that still helping in the future?
Well, it's not really helping anything.
Well,
we're pre-revenue.
For now it is. It's your only revenue right now.
Yeah, but we're pre-revenue, and everyone knew the first year of our existence in the public market would be pre-revenue. I want my home to be on zero emissions, so I called our solar guys and said, look, put this stuff on my house. I had to pay full retail for it. put it all in my house. I want to go zero emission. I don't want to be using the, the energy from the grid if I don't have to. So they came in and they put it on. I have to log it because it's a related party transaction. But ultimately, the thing is that solar division within Nikola exists because it helps build our hydrogen stations. So these guys it's not a very big team, but they handle everything for our hydrogen stations. And I had them put it up on my house too. But the best way to look at it is zero revenue, because we are a pre-revenue company, but we're starting next year in full production. So,
Trevor, congratulations on this RSG deal. That's fantastic. I want to take you back to July 17th. It was a Friday. It was a little after 5 o'clock, and obviously your stock saw a pretty precipitous drop. It was an expected registration from your company, but the market perceived it as a 24 million share secondary, and there was some confusion. I'm not suggesting we added to it, didn't, but I know for a fact that the stock traded lower before we started talking about it. So there was some misconception. My question to you is, could the company have done a better job telegraphing what came out late on a Friday afternoon in the summer?
Yeah, look, I've learned a lot of lessons, right? I mean, it's hard to run a publicly traded company. You don't know how the market's going to take things. You assume ultimately that people would be following it well enough that they would know, but that's our responsibility to communicate better. So I've told my team now, I said, look, you're not putting any filings out now without telling me what it is so I can explain it to the market. And it was only the warrants and what the pipe had already bought. So it was not a new issuance, but the market thought it was. But it's no one's fault, but really mine. I mean, it's my job to explain it, and it's really my fault for that.
Trevor, we hope you'll join us sometime soon to keep us updated on Nikola. It's a pleasure speaking with you. Trevor Milton.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. Great day today.
Chairman,
I appreciate it.
Yep, of Nikola. Karen, what do you make of this business? I mean, they are getting orders in. They had an order before from Anheuser-Busch. This is another one from Republic. But again, pre-revenue.
Mm-hmm. Pre-revenue, but I mean, they're giving us sort of sort of a treasure map to follow of so if this is a $1 to $2 billion deal, I mean, that's impressive. I would think that they're probably working on others as well. And I mean, we've seen from Tesla, the market gives credit for revenue well before it gives credit for cash flow and earnings. I just want to say one thing. I loved his answer to Guy's question. Mm-hmm. It was pretty straightforward, and he said it was his fault. I think that's a pretty good answer. So I don't know. I'm actually impressed with this deal. Good for them. I'm interested to see what else they come out with. Clearly, in valuation, it's not my kind of thing.
Yep.